It was not meant to stand out. The room was filled with light, voices blending into a soft background of conversation and movement. Cameras were present, people were watching, and everything followed a familiar rhythm. Moments like this had happened many times before. Carefully observed, carefully remembered, then slowly forgotten. Yu Long stood with his usual calm presence, composed and steady. Beside him, young Mei carried her quiet grace, her expressions gentle, her movements effortless. To most people, it looked like another ordinary appearance, another scene that would pass like all the others. But there was something small, almost invisible, that changed everything. It happened in between words. Mei had been listening to someone speak, her attention polite but distant, as if her thoughts were somewhere else. Yu Long noticed it immediately. He always noticed the things others missed. The slight pause in her smile, the way her fingers rested a little too still, the quiet shift in her breathing. No one else seemed to see it. The conversation continued, laughter rising and fading. But Yu Long's focus had already moved. Not in a way that drew attention, not in a way that interrupted anything. Just a subtle awareness, quiet and precise. Then came the moment. Mei adjusted her hand slightly, almost as if she was grounding herself. It was brief, barely noticeable. But Yu Long responded without hesitation. His hand moved closer, not touching at first, just near enough to be felt. A presence rather than a gesture. And then, gently, almost untraceable, their fingers brushed. It was not a grand act. It was not even intentional in the way people might expect. It was something softer, something instinctive. A silent reassurance, given and received in the same breath. Mei did not look at him immediately. But something in her expression changed. The tension that had quietly settled around her eased. Her posture softening in a way only someone paying close attention would understand. Yu Long did not react outwardly. He did not turn or speak. He simply remained as he was, calm and composed, as if nothing had happened. But something had. Across the room, a few people continued talking, unaware. Cameras captured angles and movements, but missed the meaning behind them. The world saw the scene, but not the connection within it, except for a few. There are always those who watch differently. Those who do not just see what is shown, but feel what is not said. And for them, that brief moment did not go unnoticed. Later, when everything had quieted, when the noise of the room became a distant memory, Mei thought about it. Not the event, not the people, not the attention. Just that small detail. The way Yu Long had known, the way he had responded without asking, the way something so simple could feel so steady. She realized then that what they shared was not built on visible gestures or public moments. It lived in the spaces between, in the quiet understanding that did not need explanation. Yu Long, in his own way, carried that moment without speaking of it. For him, it was never about being seen. It was about being present, about offering something real in a world that often focused on what appeared rather than what was felt. The detail no one was supposed to notice became the one that mattered most, not because it was dramatic, but because it was true. And sometimes, the truest things are the ones that happen so quietly. They almost disappear. Almost.